So, when you hear the word procurement, what's the first thing that pops into your head? For a lot of people, it's just a simple buying department, tucked away somewhere in a back office. But what if I told you that that old school picture is actually costing companies their competitive edge? Today, we're going to dig into how procurement went from a back office function to the strategic heart of modern business.
At its most basic, the definition is pretty straightforward. Procurement is just the process of getting the goods and services a business needs to operate. Simple enough, right? Well, hold on a second, because that simple definition, it barely scratches the surface of what procurement has become in our crazy, interconnected, and, let's be honest, often volatile global economy. So first, let's just trace this incredible journey that procurement has been on, from way back in the back office all the way into the boardroom. The change is it's night and day. You see, historically, procurement was seen as this transactional cost center. It was just an administrative job, placing orders. But today, it's seen as a strategic linchpin, something that can actually drive a company's competitive advantage from the inside out. And here's the real secret sauce behind that shift. Every dollar saved in procurement amplifies the bottom line. Now think about that for a second. Unlike a new dollar you make in sales, which comes with costs, a dollar you save on procurement, that goes straight to profit. That is some serious power.
Okay, so how do they actually do it? Let's open up the strategic playbook and check out the core disciplines that really define modern procurement.
It pretty much boils down to three connected disciplines. It all kicks off with strategic sourcing. Then it flows into masterful negotiation, and it's all held together by what's called Supplier Relationship Management, or SRM for short. Strategic sourcing is way more than just hunting for the lowest price tag. It's this really sophisticated analysis that's constantly balancing cost, quality, and risk to make sure every single purchase lines up with the company's big, long-term vision. Then you've got negotiation, which our source material calls an intricate dance, and I think that's perfect. A really skilled negotiator is looking way beyond just the price. They're crafting a whole deal, one that includes better terms, guarantees quality, and creates value that's going to last. And all of this leads to supplier relationship management. This is where procurement really works its magic, turning the simple vendor into a real, genuine strategic partner. When you build that trust and collaboration, these alliances can spark innovations that give a company a major leg up on the competition.
But the role of procurement today, it goes even further than that. This function has actually become a critical guardian for the entire business.
I really love this term from the source material, vanguards. It just perfectly captures how procurement pros are standing on the front lines, actively shielding the organization from a whole world of potential threats out there. And what kind of threats are we talking about? Well, they're navigating all the complex geopolitical stuff that can snap a supply chain in an instant. They're using new technology to make smarter, data-driven decisions. And maybe most importantly, they're the ones embedding sustainability and ethics right into the company's DNA. Technology has been a total game changer here. With advanced analytics, procurement teams can now spot patterns in spending and supplier performance that used to be completely invisible. They're turning all that raw data into powerful negotiating tools and, you guessed it, real competitive advantages. And sustainability? Look, it is no longer just a buzzword or some optional add-on. It's now a cornerstone of modern procurement. Weaving ethical and environmental responsibility into the supply chain isn't just about feeling good, it makes the brand stronger and actually drives innovation for the long haul. So when you put all of these different pieces together, a completely new picture starts to form. You can really see why procurement is now considered an essential business linchpin. Its influence is absolutely everywhere. You know that awesome product launch or that huge marketing campaign you just saw? None of that happens without a strategic procurement team working behind the scenes, making sure they have the right partners and the right materials to pull it all off. And that really brings us to their ultimate role. Procurement professionals have become the conductors of this complex strategic symphony. They're not just playing a single instrument, they're directing the whole performance, making sure every part of the business works together in harmony to win in the global market. So next time you think about procurement, don't just think about buying stuff. Think about building a legacy, because the choices made there shape a company's financial health, its ethical reputation, and its future. Which really just leaves one last question for you to ponder. How is procurement building yours?